Alright, sup everybody, welcome back to the Path of Rage and FPS Tuesdays. Today we are doing something a little different. It's a game I haven't put anything up on the channel in a very long time for, and that is Star Citizen. They just had their CitizenCon this past weekend, a two-day event, and there was a lot of videos uploaded about the tech that they've been working on literally the last 10 years. This is a long development cycle, and it all blew me away, but it culminated at the end of the two-day event with this video I'm going to share with you guys and kind of talk over a little bit and react to a little bit that shows off just how incredible looking the single player aspect of Star Citizen, known as Squadron 42, is looking. I hope you enjoy this video. I fully intend to be putting this game in a regular spot on my channel once it comes out, because the technology for the multiplayer aspect of it alone is absolutely industry defining, along with a lot of the tech that they've got going into the single player campaign. This is far and away the most ambitious game ever undertaken, and I've been supporting it for 10 years. I've been known as an evocati, where I actually test early builds and amazingly bug filled builds compared to the live environment that itself is admittedly buggy. In any case, let's get into the video, and I hope that you enjoy this look into the upcoming Squadron 4. And here we go. I cannot wait for this game, folks.
We'll copy our change. Stand by for update.
So far, this game is shaping up to be the space game I've wanted my whole life.
Go for 6.
I'm getting a faint contact on bearing 287. You picking that up?
Yeah, got it. Scanning now.
One thing to make clear, they said before they presented this at CitizenCon,
We're clear.
everything you're seeing right now is in-game. What the game looks like. It's not a cinematic that is not representative of the game.
Archangel. Archangel. This is Krugeri.
Come back, Krugeri.
Redirect to sector 7 Bravo Echo for immediate tasking.
Copy that. On our way.
For those of you who don't know what this is either, this is a game being built by Chris Roberts. He's the guy responsible for the Wing Commander series back in the day, which was a very influential space game series. He kickstarted this with a few people. The company is now like 1,000 people or more, and they continue to grow. And they're making 2 games in one. As someone who plays this game and tests it on a regular basis, the only thing about this that is not actual gameplay is the camera. That's it. This game does look this good.
I know I just wrote you, but a couple of hours ago, proximity sensors on the
other side of the jump got twigged. Word is it might be that clan we've been battling with. I guess that last fight didn't scare them
off quite like we all hoped it would. Honestly, we've been out here so long, I don't know what to
pull for anymore.
This is showing off the very in-depth character customization.
I just wanted to let you know.
I'll write as soon as I can. Stay safe. Your loving son.
Just look at them. Recognize this woman?
Never gets old, does it?
Sir,
Ellie.
Eddie's.
Lynn Anderson.
I used to do the same thing when I was first coming up. Post up to the flight deck whenever I could to watch the launches. Have you seen the F-8s up close?
no, sir.
The thing's a beast. Nimble, too.
12 maneuvering thrusters and 3 mains. It sure sounds like it. Sir.
Captain McLaren, to the bridge.
Look how
Captain
good these
McLaren
faces
to the
look.
bridge.
I saw you apply to the flight academy again.
Yes, sir.
Keep your head up. Took me a couple times before I got in.
Thank you, sir.
All-star cast in this game. Absolutely all-star cast. Gary Oldman, John Rhys-Davies, Mark Strong, Mark Hamill, Gillian Anderson. The list goes on. Henry Cavill. Gary Oldman.
Welcome to Cloud Imperium Games Manchester Studio. I'm Chris Roberts, and I'm pleased to announce we have just passed a major milestone. Squadron 42 is now feature complete and has entered its polish phase.
Long
To
time
celebrate this
coming.
milestone, we've gathered some of our core leadership together to share what this means.
As Chris says, we've moved into the polish phase of Squadron 42, which means extra emphasis on ensuring things feel fun. This means focusing on the small and large elements of the game, such as dialing in combat encounters, but also looking at the feel of how you control your character or vehicle and making sure it's immersive as possible. We've paid extra attention to how your character reacts when in their ship, so that you feel like an actual pilot, whether that's firing your weapons, taking hits, or punching the afterburners to get to cover. Ship AI has also seen huge improvements, with closer engagement distances and more varied behaviors. And with our new precision targeting mode, the action has never been as close.
Yeah, we haven't gotten our hands on this yet. This was a new reveal. The flight model in the game is very
With the
rudimentary.
aim now on polish, we've organized the project into self-sufficient strike teams, so we can focus on individual areas to deliver the best experience.
Look at how good this looks.
This allows us to bring all disciplines together with a unified vision of enhancing the gameplay by seamlessly blending it with polished visuals, final cinematic performances, and our ever-improving technology.
Water looks fantastic. And look at the size of that dam. How big it is compared to the ship that just went
Didn't see the
overhead.
boat, kid. You're good to keep going.
The scale of this game is beyond any other. Quite literally.
We're also dialing in gameplay features, such as the ship flight model for both atmosphere and space, which covers master modes, control surfaces, and our gold standard HUD and MFDs. Our interaction system for both the world and your character have also seen additional improvements, allowing us to hone and craft environmental puzzles unique to each location, while allowing us to tell the story of the world around you.
I like the idea of the added puzzles, like that seem realistic. It's not just go here and shoot everything in sight without any action taking place.
The military
in the level
multi-tool
itself.
is an essential piece of equipment for every pilot that integrates all attachments into a single handheld device and allows us to create really interesting challenges, including physics-based puzzles using our updated rope tech.
Like that little bounce it takes.
Unidentified vessels. This is the UEE.
The attention to detail.
Power down your ships and stand by for processing.
There you go. F*** off. The Cordo's ass.
Our scanning, targeting and marker system has also seen an overhaul, allowing us to highlight only the essential information that you need, such as key objectives, mission targets, and high-level scan information, while keeping your overall view as clean as possible.
Skank!
I can't wait to get my hands on this. This new flight line targeting. This looks great.
Tactical FPS combat and stealth, which has seen a suite of improvements, from improved looting, weapon feel and balance, realistic scopes, and smoother locomotion, alongside our new and improved FPS radar and scanner that provides you an overview of the battlefield, but at the cost of ramping up your own emissions. We've also seen the introduction of our Maelstrom-powered destructible environment, which adds a layer of dynamism to the experience, alongside our improved AI, that can now have hundreds of combinations of traits that allow us to create unique and challenging combat encounters that really push your tactical awareness and skill.
I like that scanning mechanic too, that it does go away. Doesn't just keep them fully targeted. For those of you that don't know, that guy took so many shots because he's wearing heavy armor. That is a factor in this game. They're going for a level of realism that's beyond most games, to be quite honest. Slide is new too, they just added that. Limited by your stamina though, so you can't just do it endlessly like COD, which I'm okay with.
We play and review the builds regularly and call out action points in each level from start to finish on where we need to improve the gameplay. This is an incredibly rewarding stage of development for me and the team, as the ultimate vision of the game is realized, allowing us to craft an experience that we can be really proud of.
EVA?
One specific area that I'm excited to dial in is the feeling of the player interacting with the world around them.
Patching you in.
As it's a core component of Squadron and really grounds the world that you inhabit. We've made sure that any interaction in the environment is physically represented by a character animation to keep you in the moment and fully immerse you in the experience that we've created. Ultimately, this is the final phase of gameplay iteration before we fully transition into optimization and stability on the road to release.
Agent Trejo, this is Colton. Come back. Always trips me out to see terraforming setups like this. Web tried explaining how atmosphere processors work. Really shows how far we've come. Hell is she?
With the transition of Squadron to polish phase, we've had the opportunity to find additional moments within the existing narrative to add subtle interactions where appropriate.
These updates
It's been tremendously exciting to play through these areas and find places to augment the mood, support gameplay, and further embellish our story and characters.
So yeah, man, I can't believe it. They said I've got to wait another 2 years before I can reapply. So that's why I figured I'd get a job trying in security. Because
and don't forget, they're making an MMO out of this at this level of detail.
In the cockpit and whatnot,
and size.
Right?
And they just showed off the new tech
We've also
that allows them
been
to spin
capturing
up
pickups for our
individual
lead female
servers.
player character, as well as wild lines for our
As
various
needed.
enemies that you all will encounter throughout the game on both foot and in your cockpit. These consist of a range of responses and reactions that you as the player can trigger, which has been the culmination of efforts by the gameplay and AI teams. This means that you're going to have to tangle with some very smart and reactive bad guys to complete your mission.
Yep. Game has EVA. And it's a lot of fun.
At the heart of this immersive adventure, you'll find cutting-edge cinematic storytelling, thoughtfully crafted to fully immerse you into your story.
We fight today. So in 40 years from now, when you're surrounded by everything and everyone you hold dear, and they ask, what did you do in the Battle of Vega? You can look them in the eye and say, I held the line. Men and women of the Second Fleet, I am proud to stand with you today. Good luck. Push about.
God, these characters.
Nice speech. Any word from the recon team?
Not yet.
Well, let's get into position.
There is the biggest in the game, and it's
Throughout the
so
polish
big.
phase, our team is taking every opportunity to push things to the next level.
Tell me you're expecting company.
This is not good.
The Cine team is focused on finalizing edit lock on all of our big action as well as all smaller character sequences.
I could have pulled this off of the Galactopedia.
Yeah, probably, but I think their solar mass calculations are wrong, though.
Look at the difference.
Well, this is ridiculous.
How so?
We are now able to adjust our shot composition to final cameras thanks to recently crafted space vistas and level art being content complete now.
It'd be nice to know how much of a shitstorm we're flying into.
More like a hellstorm, Blue. One you ain't gonna fly out of.
Shut up.
Now, I hadn't seen another ship that wasn't trying to kill me in days, let alone a hauler, let alone a Jean. So you can imagine my surprise.
Detailed lighting passes can be done on hero sequences so we can show our cast and convey their emotions in the best light possible. And we're making sure our cinematics are triggering as fluid as we can craft them so they form a coherent concerto with the rest of the player's narrative experience.
Mr. Wexler, this is Lieutenant Commander Colton.
Oh, Commander, hey. Julian Wexler, I'm the field manager of this little operation. Welcome aboard the Archon. What brings the Navy to this little corner of the universe?
We got you flying with Lieutenant Commander Colton. He's one of our best.
As others will share, this is the most rewarding chapter of development, which allows us to truly experience the visceral and oftentimes emotional moments that our narrative provides.
Look at the difference here.
How did you handle it after Vega?
I'm not sure I handled anything. It helps to remember that stuff like this is supposed to hurt.
I've never been good at dealing with problems I can't fix.
Well, this is one that you don't have to do alone.
That's good to know.
For the animation teams, polish phase means refining the social aspects of Squadron 42 that occur between the various missions and getting the behaviors implemented across all of its chapters. Here we're dialing in the hangar to make it as immersive and believable an experience as possible.
That'll do it. Done. Okay, all right.
It's just... this looks absolutely incredible. They just put the tech in to make this ship that they're standing on. It's called the Idris. It's an 81-person ship that players can own. And it takes 81 people basically
we're
to run
launching
it
off a space carrier, but we
Multiple
still ground
sections
the
of it
field
can be
in
run
real-world
on a
actions,
server.
refueling, repairing, and inspecting, and making sure that your next flight mission is a success. This means we're looking out for pops, hiccups, or awkward transitions, and ensuring that everything flows and looks like all the great mocap performances we've captured.
Let's ready some extra ice packs out of storage. Whenever gunners are on full rotation, you can always count on at least one of them getting hurt.
We also have you covered in everyday life. The medical staff work diligently for their patients, whether they're players or crew. We really want you to feel part of an authentic crew, an important part of the UEE Navy in an enormous universe of people going about their everyday lives.
Let's go ahead and clear for takeoff. Ground crew, prep bay for takeoff.
Copy that.
Hangar, ready for launch. Takeoff approved, Baron 2. You have the ball.
They're doing the actual animations that flight crew on an aircraft carrier use, which is cool. Pays attention to detail again.
Square the deck and slide it up.
Ready and hold on as you're launched off the deck of the carrier.
Baron 2, you are cleared for launch. Have a safe flight, Baron 2.
We want you to not only decide how you play the game, but to feel as if the people you interact with are in that world with you.
I would have never thought a shotgun could be so pretty. Damn, this R97 is sleek as hell. Like a lot of other weapons in Gemini's arsenal, it has a higher rate of fire than most guns of its type.
You even look at the detail on the weapons.
We're working to support a feel of authenticity through world traversals, running, jumping, and climbing, interactions with objects and the environment, solid weapon gameplay and enemy reactions, as well as combat realities, such as weapon malfunctions.
Nice.
Or in close encounters of the more lethal kind. Ooh, that's gonna hurt in the morning.
That's one way to do it. Look at this.
As we continue to focus on the quality experience, we've been working closely with our art teams, and it's been exciting to see their environments come to life alongside us.
While animation and design have been populating the locations, polish phase for my teams means making huge advancements in the quality of our characters and environments. We've established our standard with recognizable characters like Mark Hamill, Gillian Anderson, and Gary Oldman, and we're now applying this to the rest of the cast and identifying any remaining tech requirements that need to be closed out. The story of Squadron 42 takes you through a variety of diverse locations of varying scales and styles. We shared glimpses of several environments before, and there's still plenty out there for you to discover. One of the main challenges the art teams had to face during the development of Squadron 42 is ensuring the visuals are complementary to the narrative of the script. The mood and feeling of a space is just as important to us as it is making sure we hit the visual quality that CIG has become known for.
Oh, good. We can't hack it from this side.
And the
Graves,
animations.
we got a locked door. Can you give us access?
No, I'm afraid that's a negative, Steve. I would have to add you to our system to give you override permissions, and there's a lot involved in that. It won't happen quickly.
Okay, we'll figure something out.
Everything you see during the campaign has been heavily inspired by the classics of 70s and 80s sci-fi, but with a modern twist. We want everything you see to feel like it has a soul, its own personality, and tells of a history long before you arrived. Crafting interesting flight spaces and their connecting tissue has been one of the more unique challenges we've needed to overcome for Squadron. Developing our VDB tech to blend seamlessly between tighter traversal spaces and into wider space vistas and planets has proved incredibly difficult but rewarding, ensuring that Squadron flows seamlessly from one chapter to the next, without interruption.
There's an important thing.
Creating a
Without
diverse
interruption.
array of locations is essential to us.
No loading screens.
Our environments need to work from a variety of scales, We need to pay close attention to detail, whether we're working in a dirty engineering vent or navigating the debris of a dying star, wondering what may be around that next corner, or even who may live there, how would they have survived, and what state of mind may they be in.
Bridge, one of the big main multi-crew ships. And these ships are truly multi-crew. You can't run them yourself.
We've worked closely with our social teams in delivering a cohesive social experience when you're taking some downtime from our refined flight and FPS missions, or even missions of the more eerie kind.
Game is absolutely going to be my background wallpaper simulator forever. It has been for a long time now.
We'll be introducing new space stations on a massive scale, all brought together and designed to be as tangible as possible. We've thought about their function, their age, and tried to ensure there's a progression in artistic style with each station as you progress through the game.
My 3060 is crying though, right now. Because there's no way in hell my 3060 is going to run it looking this good. I'm willing to bet.
As you can see today, the teams are working incredibly hard, ramping up the detail and quality to match the breadth of our vision for Squadron 42.
I want to know what that is. That doesn't match any shit.
Now, I know you're all asking, when can I play it?
When can I play it?
When we have the locked release date, you will be the first to know. Now, we're in polishing phase on Squadron 42. You will start to see a lot more things coming to Star Citizen, as well as overall progress on the persistent universe. The polish phase can take some time. We have come this far, and we want to make sure Squadron 42 delivers on the promise of being this generation's wing commander. Now, even though there's only a few of us in this video, I'd like to extend a big thank you to all our staff around the globe who have been putting their heart and soul into bringing Squadron 42 to life. And I would like to thank everyone in the community for your patience and your support.
Patience.
To paraphrase Admiral Bishop, when people ask, what did you do in the development of Squadron 42? You can look them in the eye and say, I held the line. I'm proud to stand with you. Thank you for making this game with us.
Here come, look at the main bad guys. Time to move. And that is it for that video. I cannot put into words, ladies and gentlemen, how much I am looking forward to this game. Not just Squadron 42, the single player. Although, to be fair, my excitement level for that is off the charts because I loved Wing Commander back in the day. Yes, I'm old. The idea that we can have that again at this level of fidelity and just good-looking game and all the realism and whatnot, I am super stoked. What I'm really looking forward to after that, however, is what is actually known as Star Citizen, and that's the MMO aspect of this game. Now, their plans are to populate this universe 9-to-1 or 10-to-1 NPCs to players. We've already got 2 or 3 million people who have backed this game. It'll be a living, breathing universe. They're making the ultimate sandbox. But the thing that's been taking them so long, and they just showed it off Saturday. They showed it off on day one, was the server meshing technology. The way all games work right now, MMOs and whatnot, you have servers that have a limited number of people on them. And when those people fill up, they spin up a new server, and people fill that one up. But those two servers don't really interact together. It's a very basic explanation of it. What they have spent the last 10 years working on is an absolutely brand new, to like the industry entirely, technology where individual servers are spun up as needed, all working together. So say like a server that normally would hold 50 people in total. Some of these ships, like the Idris, the Javelin, they have a crew of 50 or more. So one server would not even be able to handle that ship and the people on it, never mind everything else in the gameplay space that you're in. This technology will spin up another server to help out with that ship, and a third server, if need be, for the ship it's fighting, and a fourth server for the planet that they're actually fighting overhead. So the servers aren't running everything in the universe, just in their local area, and they pass it back and forth seamlessly. You as the player don't know you've just entered a new server. It's like when Half-Life back in the day brought in the loading screens, but they weren't loading screens. You just got a quick little loading in the background as you kept walking down the corridor or around a corner, and it was very well hidden. This here, Star Citizen has no loading screens. None. Those of you who watch my Starfield playthroughs, they have none. Like they have 1 million loading screens, like to take an elevator, open a door, to land, to everything. It's my #1 beef with the game. You know what? I'm going to mute this, put it back to the beginning, and let it play in the background. With Star Citizen, the only time you load anything is the very beginning of the game. So you can get into your ship, you can leave your hab, get into your ship, leave the planet, go to a space station, go to another planet, get out on the middle of the planet somewhere where there's nothing around, get out of your ship, walk around, do whatever you want to do there, get back in your ship, fly around to another planet. You do everything in this game without a loading screen. It is one giant, seamless universe, and it's a stunning feat of tech engineering. I could rave about this game for hours. Admittedly, you can't really experience what it's like right now because it's still very buggy. It's alpha. They haven't ported half the stuff in this video to the live yet because they've been focusing on the single. But in any case, I hope you enjoyed this. I will be putting content for this up on my channel regularly once this comes out. Single player will definitely be a playthrough, and the multiplayer will probably be a consistent video. But in the meantime, I hope you enjoyed this. I really do. Give me a thumbs up if you did. Give me a thumbs down if you didn't. Honestly, let me know in the comments what you think about this game. Do you think it's real? Do you think it's a scam? Do you think it's crap? Are you excited for it or just couldn't care less? I'd like to hear you in the comments below. Subscribe if you're new to help me grow the channel, and until next time, I've been Rage at Games. In the next one.